You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We are live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. And I was listening to Mark Ronner, one of the few times I was actually listening during the news break. No, it's different because I was listening to you talking about the best horror movies of all time. And I was thinking, like, these aren't horror movies.
No. You and I really went to town on Variety last week. They published their top 100. This week it's Rotten Tomatoes with 200.
Yes.
I'm not sure I have the fortitude to get through that one.
I was sent that list by Erin in the newsroom. She was nice enough to send it to us, and I was explaining to her, hey, if you ever listen to us, you would see we talk about horror movies. No, bless her heart, I'm just giving her a hard time. But I guess it's vogue to come out with these lists, knowing that all of us will debate them, but at least be in the realm of horror. You're giving us thrillers. You're giving us monster movies. You're giving us,
sci-fi movies.
Sci-fi, yeah. Everything but an actual bona fide horror movie.
It's very frustrating if you know and love horror movies to see these trash lists. But that's what they want. It's nothing but clickbait. It
is clickbait, and they want us to discuss it on KFI AM 640, number one news talk station in America, and iHeartRadio. I get all that.
Yes.
I'm not a fool, but at least you can have a genuine attempt at putting a credible list together. When you have Gremlins at number 42, you're not being serious, and you deserve ridicule.
Aaron said that the Rotten Tomatoes list had Jaws at number 1.
Yeah, that's what Mark was saying during the news break. I know, I understand. I don't listen to him ever either, but I just happened to be listening at that moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, good for you, Mark.
Yeah, that's a little uncalled for, but I'm just going to keep moving forward here. You're not bringing me down on a Monday.
But can we agree Jaws is not a horror movie?
Absolutely not. It's not a horror movie. No.
What is a horror movie? I haven't seen it, but from what I understand, Terrifier 3 is definitely a horror movie. Just because bad things happen to people in the movie doesn't make it a horror movie. Okay? Falling down. Bad things happen. He was killing people. It's not a horror movie.
No, he's on Golden Pond, a horror movie. Get
Someone
out of here with that.
Someone died. Oh, look at the loons. You old poo. I liked On Golden Pond. That's a great On Golden Pond impression? Michael Crozier.
Of Katharine Hepburn?
Yes.
Okay.
Of Katharine Hepburn.
I'm going to need to hear that.
You ask him about it if he's not listening right now. He does a great Katharine Hepburn impression. Terrifier 3 was number 1 with 14 million domestically. And I haven't seen any of the Terrifier movies, but I'm not a big on, that genre of horror. They didn't do anything internationally. It's just released in the U.S., but it brought in some 19 million. Overall, it's already made its money back.
Yeah, I don't have any idea how much the third one could have cost because I haven't seen it. But the first one you could have made on somebody's lunch money. Mm-hmm. It's just a slasher movie with a killer clown. That's it.
Kind of like It?
No, not even close. It has much more ambition in terms of the story and what the clown really is. This is nothing but a killer clown that kills people for no good reason. That's all it is. There's nothing to it.
Is there a good reason to kill people?
Well, get back to me by Friday. Okay, because the answer differs between Monday and Friday.
The Wild Robot, strong second week, came in at number 2 with its 14 million, and it's 149 million overall. I'm hearing nothing but great things about the movie.
I haven't seen that. You know why? You know why I haven't seen it?
Because you're an adult.
There we go.
Did you see Beetlejuice? Because you're an adult?
I did. It was a live action film.
So anything which is
I reviewed it here and on your show.
I know that. The only reason I'm saying that is because some people would say that's not exactly for adults either.
No, it kind of is.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a comedy.
Okay.
It's a horror comedy.
Horromedy?
Horror with an H.
What is it? What other kind of horror is there?
Look at the kind with the W.
Oh, God. Don't you dare, Stefan. I will yank that button out of your hand.
He can't threaten you. We just had to take a workshop on that.
Only if he tells HR.
HR doesn't listen to this show.
Number 4 was, say it for me, Mark. Joker.
Oh, Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux. Brought in $7 million. Domestically, it has a worldwide total of $164 million. Its budget was $200 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
It's not going to make its money back. But I'm surprised. If you go to see the movie in the second and third week, then there's something wrong with you personally. No one has said anything positive about the movie. Why would you spend your money? It's going to be on streaming, I think, next week.
I've had friends on social media post that they've seen it and liked it, and it has seriously caused me to reevaluate my friendships with these people.
They're just being contrarian.
They're lying. Yeah, they're just being contrarian. Transformers 1, Twala, you did not like it, even though our friends did like it. It's hanging in there. It's at number 6. It's grossed $112 million worldwide. Looks like it's going to make some money.
That's respectable. And,
Yeah.
and I understand they're hardcore Transformer fans, respect it and like what it did. But, I'll never get over or get past Transformers, the original animated movie. And this is a far cry from that. That's all.
The Apprentice is now out. It was in limited release. It's the story of how a young Donald Trump started his real estate business in the 1970s. It stars Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump. It brought in, I guess, a respectable $1.6 million. It was only in 1,700 theaters. It's not great, but it hasn't had a great promotion either. So we'll see if they expand its release in the next week or two.
The trailer looks pretty entertaining.
It does. And I'm getting to the point where Sebastian Stan can play just about everyone at this point. Give him the right makeup. Speak No Evil was number 11 this week. You saw that one, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. And that's about it. I don't know what Piece by Piece is, which came in at number 5.
That's the Pharrell Lego movie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
I heard that was entertaining. If you like the Lego movie, It's the Lego movie with music by Pharrell telling his life story.
Yeah. That's free money for him.
Yeah, why not? I am surprised and even upset that One Piece, not One Piece, but My Hero Academia, You're Next is not on this list. Me and my son went to go see that, and it was fantastic.
Well, it came in at number 8 with $3 million.
Oh, you skipped over that. Okay.
I did, and it did better internationally. It had $23 million internationally for a total of $26 million.
Yeah, 'cause I was about to say,
no, My Hero Academia did better outside the States than in the States.
Well, that makes sense. It's anime, and the fan base for it, of course, overseas is insane, but every theater here was sold out. Absolutely. And it was a beyond expectation. It was everything we could imagine.
Hey, Stefan, do you remember when we were playing the audio for the Elon Musk event for the robo-taxis?
Yeah.
And they had the humanoid robots come out?
Yeah.
Do you remember the comment I made about them?
I forgot. I don't think.
I made the comparison. Looks like iRobot. Looks exactly like the movie iRobot.
Oh, yeah.
The funny thing is, funny aha, I'm not the only one who believed it. It seems that the director of iRobot immediately noticed it and complained on social media, posting photos of his version of iRobot and Elon Musk's humanoid, and also that robo-taxi that came out and had 25 people get out like clowns out of a car. The director, Alex Proyas for iRobot, did side-by-sides of the picture. It looked exactly the same. And he called out Elon Musk on X. And it was kind of funny. We'll talk about it when we come back. Once again, I just want to say I'm right again. All right? That's all I'll say. I need more credit.
Hurry and go to break, Foosh. Hurry.
KFI AM 640.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Well, it's Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I wonder if Gene Roddenberry saw an Apple iWatch, would he complain? Or the first flip phone, would he complain about someone using his idea and turning it into actual technology? How many inventions can we trace back to Star Trek or even Star Wars, 2001: A Space Odyssey? I know Mark knows this. Should science fiction be possessive of real technology it may indirectly lead to.
Well, I mean, they say Arthur C. Clarke, the author of 2001, created the idea of orbiting satellites.
Yeah. Yep. I forgot about that. That's a great point, Mark. You could be a wealth of information.
You hate saying that, don't you?
I do. The only reason I asked that because I want to be fair here. When Elon Musk had his show, for lack of a better word, it was actually just one building over at the Warner Brothers Discovery lot. He was debuting his robotaxi and also his humanoid robot. It appeared to me almost instantaneously. If you go back and check the podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, wherever you get podcasts, I said immediately, it reminds me of iRobot. If you know that movie starring Will Smith, it seemed the robots, the humanoids were eerily similar to that. And when Elon Musk rolled out his robo-taxi, group taxi that could, like a bus, it looked just like a vehicle in iRobot.
Looked like a toaster.
Yeah, but still,
toaster on wheels.
But it was very reminiscent of that. And the director for iRobot, Alex Proyas, took exception to it, and he said on X, commenting, quote, "Hey Elon, can I have my designs back, please?" And there's probably some overlap. I'm quite sure that Elon, his engineers, or whomever, they were probably inspired by iRobot and any number of things, maybe Boston Dynamics. But I personally am not offended that science has adopted something from science fiction. Say what you want about Elon Musk, but there are all sorts of examples of actual science being born because of science fiction, how science fiction has either inspired, encouraged, or directly led to a lot of the things that we see today. We can go back to Star Trek and the whole idea of a tricorder. The scanning technology that we use today when we go to the doctor, I would say that's a direct descendant of Star Trek. I'm still waiting on the teleporter. Need to hurry the hell up on that one.
Well, there's no guarantee that won't just kill you and create a duplicate of you.
Oh, look, ever since I saw The Fly, I'm scared of that.
Yeah, there's a whole book about that, about how the transporter in Star Trek, the person who materializes on the other end isn't the original person.
It's a copy.
They've all been killed.
Yeah, I have to think, because in theory, you're disintegrated and then reintegrated in another location.
In theory.
And I don't know who's going to be the first one to try that.
I'll stick with the shuttlecraft.
Yeah. Physically transport me.
Yeah.
We'll get there slower. No, you don't have to beat me down. That's okay. There's a shuttle leaving right now. Bay 6. I'll take the shuttle. But I'm not actually, for all of the complaints and criticisms of Elon Musk that I actually have, this is not one of them. If only because there are too many things that we have benefited from because of science fiction, encouraging engineers of future generations to actually create.
Well, did you see, though, the follow-ups from people claiming that the robots were just remote controlled and weren't even real robots?
That's the second part of the story.
I'm sorry to step on your material.
No, not at all. You have the rundown. You know what we're going to talk about. So there is the question, and I say the question because it hasn't been proven. There is the question that the humanoid robots that we saw were not actually acting under artificial intelligence. They were basically being puppeted by people who are on site to give the illusion of, AI intelligence. And that didn't bother me either, except for the fact that they were being represented as being under their own power and their own intellectual energy, if it, however you want to phrase it. So, if you're going to present something as wow and wonderful, then make sure it actually is wow and wonderful, or at least give us a sense of, hey, it's not ready for prime time, but you put it out there like it was ready for prime time. You told us one day it'll be affordable, $20,000 to $30,000. And I was under the impression, I can't speak for anyone else, but I was under the impression that these were working models on some level. And it turns out, from what we know now, they weren't.
If only they work as well as his Cybertrucks.
Well, the Cybertrucks are on the road.
when they're not getting recalled.
No, that's true. But I'm saying at least they are actually in society, and people are using them varying levels
until they can't.
Police departments, some are purchasing them. Look, it's real. At least it's real. I can't say it's really good, but it's real
in the sense that it sort of exists.
It exists. Yeah. I can't say that the humanoid exists. I can't say that the Neuralink technology exists. Goes back to what we said before. Give us an actual demonstration. Don't tell us that you've achieved something. It's a scientific method. You should be able to demonstrate and also reproduce your results. That's how the scientific method works. And if you don't do that, then there's no reason for any of us to believe any of this. But it was a fine presentation. I think he needs another person to work as MC who could better explain his products and sell his products.
You find him lacking in the Riz department?
He is not a good public speaker at all.
No, you're right about that. And he doesn't really create/invent anything of his own either, from what I understand.
Well, a lot of this is a vehicle for him. That his ego is sizable, and that I think you would have to have a sizable ego to be ahead of these tech companies, to be president of the United States, whatever. You have to have an outsized ego.
There's a thought. President Elon.
Well, the Constitution as it stands, won't allow that.
Well, there's a workaround, but I don't really want to get into that.
Yes, there is. We'll see what happens after November, whether we'll start on that workaround. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Let's get morbid for a moment. Have you ever thought about the music which might be playing as you're getting ready to expire, as you're getting ready to leave this world, this life? Well, we have the list of the top 10 songs that people used or shared while their relatives or friends were in the process of kicking the bucket. The top 10 songs to play as you're leaving out of here. Let's see. Number 10. These Are the Days of Our Lives. Queen. Number 9. Hey Jude. The Beatles. I don't know. Look, it's your death. So
if you're going to play a Beatles song, why wouldn't you play In My Life?
I don't know. I wouldn't choose a Beatles song, but to each their own.
No accounting for taste.
No, it gets worse. It gets much worse. Number 8. Beautiful. Christina Aguilera.
I don't know that song. Will you sing it, please?
I don't think you're beautiful.
Okay, that's plenty. That's plenty right there.
You can't bring me down. Oh, no.
So the purpose is that it makes you want to let go.
Something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Number 7. I don't know all the lyrics to the words. What a wonderful world.
Louis?
Yep. And I think to myself. Number 6.
That wasn't bad.
I know. Angels by Robbie Williams. Not familiar. Stephen, do you know that song?
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
It's the first one I didn't know.
Number 5 of the top 10 songs dying people play during their final moments. The phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, what you want to do with your life?
Wow, seriously?
Seriously, number 5. Girls just want to have fun.
You're making me want to die.
All right. And why is Mo singing these? Because we're not allowed to use actual music in the podcast. Number 4. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, that Hawaiian version of it?
No, it's the Judy Garland version.
Okay, the Hawaiian version.
Yes,
I challenge you not
ukulele?
to get choked
Oh,
up.
yeah,
for sure.
Number 3. You're simply the best.
Yeah.
Better than all the rest. Tina. Number 2.
And the pain. Bring an end to our suffering.
It's going to make the podcast too.
Oh.
And number 1 of the top 10 songs dying people play during their final moments. Any guesses?
Sinatra, My Way.
Stefan?
I don't know.
Mark, you guessed it. You get to sing it.
No way, really?
Yeah. My Way.
Wow, that's funny.
I respect our listeners too much to sing to them.
Oh, you don't respect
it's never
anybody.
Going to happen.
Oh, come on.
No, I can't sing. I'm terrible.
That's the whole point. That is literally the whole point.
No, it's like, have you seen the show From? They've got a guy singing a really dour version of the Doris Day song for the theme. Que Sera Sera.
Mm-hmm. Oh, have you ever heard the version of Que Sera Sera by Sly and the Family Stone?
No.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
What's not to love?
No. It is one of those. It's one of those things where rarely do you find a remake better than the original, but I think this is better than the original. It's as funky and soulful as you would ever want it to be.
We often play it for our Mother's Day special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it has a Mother's Day lyric to it.
My point in mentioning the song in the first place was that the version of the song done on From is from a guy who sounds like Lurch going, Que Sera Sera. It makes you want to kill yourself.
That was pretty good, though, Mark.
Thank you.
I like how you rolled that bass out.
You like that?
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway.
Bring it home.
And more, much more than this. I did it my way.
Now kick it up. Here we go. Come on.
KFI AM 640.
What?
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Before we get out of here tonight, want to salute Michael Cooper, one of our favorite Lakers, one of my favorite Lakers, and also a Southern California tie. He was a guest on the show a couple of years ago. Friend of the show. We just couldn't get our schedules together to get him back on the show in regard to his Hall of Fame induction. But I did want to play just some of his speech as we close out the show tonight.
Giving glory and honor to God, I want to thank all of you so much. I feel like I'm being welcomed into an amazing new family, one with some familiar faces. And for that, I'm so grateful and honored. So grateful to the Hall and to all of you. As I stand here, I know that there are many people that I want to thank, and that's how I want to spend my time with you today. There is something that I've accomplished that I believe makes me unique in this esteemed company. I've achieved something not even Michael Jordan couldn't. Everyone knows that he was cut from his high school basketball team. I was cut twice. In fact, my early life was filled with setbacks. My father abandoned us soon after I was born, and my mother had to flee to Northern California to escape a violent and dangerous relationship. As a result, I was brought up by my incredible grandmother, Ardessie Butler, and right alongside her, my Aunt Honey, my Uncle John, and his brother Tom, my uncle. As you can imagine, we weren't allowed to call him Uncle Tom. They raised me to love sports, to be persistent, and to be fearless. Their support, wisdom, and faith made me the person I would become. Then there was my high school coach, George Turgeon. It may seem odd to think thank the man who cut me twice. But he might have been more important to me than any other individual in my basketball life. Yes, he taught me how to play ferocious defense, but he also showed me that passion for sports could go hand in hand with devotion to God. Nothing before or since has mattered more. My life didn't follow a smooth path, though. No big schools recruited me, and I ended up at Pasadena City College. Now look, PCC was good enough for Jesse Owens and Jackie Robinson, so it was going to certainly be good enough for me. I was and I am beyond proud to have followed in their mighty footsteps. But it wasn't exactly the fast track to the NBA. From there, I transferred to the University of New Mexico, and my time in Albuquerque was truly special. Coach Norm Ellenberger took my raw skills and made me a far, far better player. But I was still no NBA shoe-in. Finally, at the end of the third round, with the 60th pick in the draft, someone took a gamble on me. You may have heard of him, Jerry West. The logo, the icon of our game. He was a friend and a mentor, and I owe him more than he could ever understand. I miss him more than I can ever express. Jerry West was always a voice of reason. And what a team Jerry and Bill Sharman put together. Before long, we were off and running, headed to title after title. It was great to see so many of my teammates up here with me today. Spencer Haywood, Jamal Wilkes, big game James Worthy, and unfortunately the incomparable Kareem Abdul-Jabbar cannot be here today. He showed me, as well as all of us, how to be leaders on and off the floor. Thank you, Cap, and get well soon. And of course, there's Irvin Magic Johnson, the Magic Man. He made it all happen. He brought the best out of all of us and showed us how to win with joy, with consistency, and a whole lot of ass kicking. Legends and inspirations, each of them. These men and our other incredible teammates who are here today, like Byron Scott, A.C. Green, Norm Nixon, and Kurt Rambis, Bob McAdoo, and Michael Thompson, and all of those who are not here too will forever be my brothers, including Jim Jones. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so glad we went on this journey together, playing in front of the greatest fans in the world, men and women whose decade-long support in every sense of the word means more than they will ever know. That's the Laker Nation fan.
Talking about me, Laker Nation.
I also want to thank Boston Celtics and Larry Bird. As that old saying goes, iron sharpens iron, and the Celtics made us the sharpest tool in the box, and Larry kept me on my toes too. That's why the Lakers-Celtic rivalry was so special. And I know I speak for us all when I say none of it could have happened without Coach Pat Riley. He made me a better player on the court, and he made me a man off of it. And while folks today talk so much about his incredible sense of style, no one should forget what an absolute genius he was as a basketball coach. He too, let's give it up for him.
There's more, but it was a really nice acknowledgement of his former teammates, the people in his life who made him the man that he eventually became, and also giving credit to his competitors who brought the best out of him. Congratulations to Michael Cooper, now a member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. And Coop, I know you listen to KFI, and I know you listen to the show. Come on back on the show so we can celebrate together. Congratulations to you and your family. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The news has been updated. Click to refresh. KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio.